Στη συνέχεια παρακαλώ την κυρία Ρένια Παπαθανασίου από τη Βύρα.
Hello, my name is Renia Papathanasiou. I'm a co-founder and managing director of Vira, and I'm a VR developer and sound engineer. Vira is established in 2016 in Athens, and we are developing XR applications, custom XR applications, extended reality, and our customers vary from the sector of industry to advertising promotion like Samsung, Vodafone, Novartis, etc. Today we are talking about how extended reality can be a powerful marketing tool in general, but especially in your sector. Although VR and AR have been around for decades now, this technology have been used as marketing tools just a few years. Here you can see the first attempt for a VR machine. It's back in 1950, which engaged all 5 senses. That's why its name is a Sensorama. Although due to its huge cost, was never reproduced. One of the early examples has been advertising was a campaign of BMW back in 2008. Where using AR, the users could scan a magazine, an ad, via the computer's cameras and have a 3D model of the car pop out. But before analyzing the benefits of using extended reality in the creation of successful marketing campaigns, I would like to talk you to have a quick look at the differences between each technology, as better understanding of its pros and cons leads accordingly to more successful advertising attempts. Virtual reality is defined as a computer-generated environment with a simulation aiming for an immersive experience that incorporates auditory and visual and sometimes sensory feedback as well. The most common, well-known hardware devices for VR is HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Sony PlayStation, etc. Although the most common hardware used are virtual reality headsets, both mobile and computer powered, there are also other practices, such as cave systems, that can be applied in the creation of a virtual reality experience, and this is a past technology. The most powerful characteristic of successful virtual reality experiences is the sense of immersion that results from the utter seclusion of the user from the physical world. Hence, it is of great importance to create worlds where the visual and the audio are seamlessly connected. However, using VR as a mere stereoscopic display is definitely a waste of its capabilities, especially in fields such as marketing, where the ultimate goal is the creation of an interactive and immersive environment. In these cases, the designers borrow elements from game design in order to give the users full interactive experiences where their presence affects the outcome of the narrative. In the latter cases, integrating haptic feedback via special controllers that allow the user to use their hands as they would typically do in reality, enhances further the sense of immersion and presence as the utilization of an interface that understands gestures does not break the immersion as a typical gamepad controller, for example. Here we lost the video, although I would like to mention that 360 videos displayed via headsets are also a technology that is widely used especially as a marketing tool in a variety of fields. But it's not so. It can be interactive, but it cannot fully immerse the user, and we have not many possibilities to have an interaction in this. A study published 2 years ago by Yumi and Nielsen revealed that virtual reality gives marketeers a powerful tool that has been proven by neuroscience-based research in delivering experiences that create strong engagement by the audience. With content optimized for the platform, VR can deliver higher emotional engagement than flat environments, included 2D and 360-degree experiences. VR elicited 27% higher emotional engagement than a 2D environment, and 17% higher emotional engagement than a 360-degree video or a flat screen. VR viewers are emotionally engaged 34% longer than when they view the same content in 2D, and 16% longer than when they view the same content in 360-degree video on a flat screen. Immersive content in VR and 360-degree experiences needs to balance freedom of exploration and flow to convey the narrative. Content that provides viewers with the opportunity to explore a virtual world can deliver increased engagement, but storyline flows is critical for effectiveness. Guided exploration is critical for brands to convey their message and leverage branding opportunities. VR, and it's important to say that, requires a new base of content directors, as immersive environments offer viewers the opportunity to play the director of their experience. This creates new challenges and opportunities for those directing content creation, and they must leverage new techniques while reconsidering what may not translate well from linear environments. The use of audio and language are critical for guiding viewer attention, and narrative flow also. Apart from studies in fields such as neuroscience that reflect the importance of VR experience in the engagement of the audience, there has been systematic research regarding the economy behind VR being used as a marketing tool for products and brands. By 2020, the economic impact of virtual and augmented reality, that we are going to analyze a bit later, is predicted to reach $29.5 billion. And as for the hardware per se, by the end of 2017, the number of shipped units of VR software and hardware from Sony, Oculus, HTC, and others totaled $2.4 million, up from $1.7 million in 2016. By 2020, the number of VR headsets sold is predicted to reach $82 million, a 1.5% increase from 2017 predicted totals. As you can see here, the market for virtual reality is expected to see a huge growth in users by 2020. As more companies produce more products and ways to consume virtual content, the user base will continue to grow. On top of that, venture capital firms are starting to increase their investments in virtual and augmented reality products, and more consumers are starting to show interest in VR products, which encourages more companies who are building content to optimize for it. So, what does all this mean for marketeers? It means a few different things. For example, a new advertising platform, more e-commerce sales, local business traffic, and different ways of sharing content. According to TechCrunch, long-term business models of virtual reality will focus on the following revenue centers. As for augmented reality, that maybe you're more familiar to it, marketing solutions look even brighter for this type of technology, at least in the present. Augmented reality defines as an interactive experience where the real and the virtual world are connected by augmenting information that resides in the real world with computer-generated data of any kind, which is relevant to its real counterpart. The most commonly used hardware to experience augmented reality lies in our very purses and pockets, and it's no other than our smartphones or tablets. Other devices can be used as well, but like HoloLens, for example, Microsoft, but a very powerful aspect of AR resides precisely in the portability and the widespread use of smartphones. Another feature that sets AR apart from VR is the possibility to set a non-exclusive experience via projections or screens that allow for more than one person to participate.
Get revved up, movie fans. The AMC Theaters mobile app is better than ever. Our new augmented reality feature actually brings
AR marketing has been used in multiple ways, some considered by many as ineffective and wrong, like the one we are seeing right now, as a bad paradigm. As a relatively new technology, being trained into designing AR experiences is not as common as being experienced in the construction of commercial videos, for example. However, as with VR, the real meaning in using technologies like that can be interactive, is this precise interactivity. So overlaying digital imagery on top of physical object, like here via screen, might have included a wow factor when AR was taking its first steps onto commercial applications, but for now it's just worthless. Although we have very good examples of using AR, and according to digital marketeer Jes Scholz, in her article Augmented Reality Marketing Moving from Gaming to Strategy, the role of AR in marketing is to provide a meaningful and branding interaction, play an authentic role in the communications, and be a gateway to a new reality of brand engagement. And that was exactly what video of Visa did in order to advertise its services. Sorry? Here you can see that they needed a way just to engage people and gain more time to interact with them and sell their product at the end of the day. So you can see the augmented animals, and it was a really good example of using AR. And here is the application of IKEA. That is a really good example also. Augmented marketing, much like VR, needs to focus on gamification and experiential marketing rather than on the brand per se. Getting to hold a digital version of the promoted products also plays a huge role in a successful AR campaign, such as the IKEA. Which was one of the first AR catalogs that allowed for the user to place pieces of furniture in their very own homes. And finally, buy the product also. Okay, I'm gonna skip it. Deloitte identified that almost 90% of companies with annual revenues of $100 million to $1 billion are now leveraging AR and VR technology. For smaller firms, a poll conducted by PERT revealed that 10% of marketeers utilize AR and 72% are planning to in the coming year. Another significant advantage of AR is its integration with social media platforms, as it is estimated that 37% of the world's population and 60% of Americans are now active social media users. Therefore, the incorporation of AR into social media ads is an emerging practice used by brands to promote the idea of shopping online while giving their users the opportunity to try their products. Either we are talking furniture, home decoration, makeup services, etc. And as for mixed reality, sometimes referred to as hybrid reality, is the merging of real and virtual worlds. So we could say that it's a combination of VR and AR. Mixed reality produces new environments and visualizations where physical and digital objects coexist and interact in real time, and takes place not only in the physical world or the virtual world, but is a mix of reality and virtual reality, encompassing both augmented reality and augmented virtuality via immersive technology. And we are using also for this type of reality headsets like the Samsung Odyssey, HP, etc. Now, how can extended reality be used through the promotion of products and brands that regard engineering and networking solutions, rather than simply commercial items which are addressed to anyone? In other words, what does extended reality have to offer to you? Apart from the playful and immersive experiences, where the engagement of the user is such to deem a marketing campaign successful, XR offers practical solutions to companies that aim from promoting cutting-edge technology, which cannot always be explained via diagrams or videos. The example I'm going to use is the application that we are presenting at this very conference in collaboration with I2QS, CommScope, and STI Firestop Solutions, where the user is not only shown interactively the potential of the network setup solution the company has to offer, but is somehow trained to recognize an optimal way to use the specific setup. It's a VR application, and you can experience it later. Therefore, one of the possible applications of extended reality in this field is the company's technology in an extremely portable way. Imagine having to transport the whole room setup from conference to conference, for example, when you can create a perfectly accurate three-dimensional replica and allow the user to interact with it as he would do also in the reality, in the physical world. The application is developed in a way that allows also for the addition of extra features and functionality, such as live demo of the connection speed over network, etc., whatever we can imagine.